The interview you are about to witness is a real-life interview. It is not scripted or edited to obscure the subject matter. Furthermore, even though each interview is filmed in a somewhat light-hearted and entertaining way, I would like to stress with all sense of seriousness that the incidents reported by those involved have been expressed candidly and honestly and are a truthful representation of the experience at hand. So, without any further delay, let's take a look at this week's interview and simply acknowledge that often the strange and the impossible will present itself to us at a time in our lives when we least expect it, taking us by surprise and proving that truth is stranger than fiction. Okay, Marie, so we're just two friends talking now. Okay? Two friends talking. You've had some sort of a stranger than fiction episode, haven't you, in the past?
Yes.
I don't know anything about this.
No.
I just overheard you talking to a friend outside and I thought this needs to go on film. So do you want to talk us through it? What happened?
So it's a very long time ago, but it still sticks in my mind.
Yeah.
So I think I was probably about 7 years old.
Yes.
I'm the eldest. I've got two little sisters.
Okay.
And my youngest sister had just been born. She was still sleeping in a cot.
Yes.
In my mum and dad's bedroom. I didn't do it very often, but that one particular night I couldn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I crept into my mum and dad's bedroom and I sort of snuck into the bottom of the bed.
Yeah.
And I snuggled down and I must have fallen asleep. And at some point during the night, something woke me up.
Yes, like a noise.
No, there was no noise. It was just like something.
A presence in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like I woke with a start. There wasn't a noise or anything like that. And as I was lay there, I was sort of snuggled under the blankets, but I could just see out.
Yes. What could you see?
To where my sister's cot was.
Okay.
And stood at the bottom of the cot was what I can only describe as a really tall, cloaked black figure.
Okay.
With the style of like a Guy Fawkes kind of hat. There was no colour
So
to
from
the
that
figure.
period of time?
Yeah.
Guy Fawkes period of time?
Yeah,
That's what you mean.
there was no colour to the figure, just
No.
completely black. I couldn't make out a face or anything. And
what did you do? Did you get out of bed or did you stay under the covers?
I was frozen.
Frightened?
I couldn't move.
Yes.
I was willing my body to move because
Yes.
I was scared. I could feel my heart racing.
Yes.
I was actually terrified.
You felt frozen?
Yeah, I couldn't move my hands, my feet, anything.
Would you say it's the paralysis phenomena where you was literally frozen? You was literally frozen. Okay.
I was willing myself to move,
but you
to
couldn't
wake my
move.
mum and my dad up, but I couldn't even move a finger.
That's really scary. Yeah.
It was really frightening.
Yeah.
And the figure didn't move. The figure just stayed there, staring
Looking
at my baby sister.
into the cot. Okay.
Yeah.
How long did this go on for?
It felt like a really long time.
Yes.
As a kid, and because it was years ago, it's really hard to say now. But I can't remember anything else. I remember staring at the figure and thinking, is it really there? Is it?
Yes.
I was really scared.
But you was awake at this point.
I was awake.
Adrenaline was pumping.
Yeah.
Did you feel there was ill intent, or do you feel like it was a relative just come to look over you and your sister? What was your feeling at the time?
The figure was just watching my sister.
Watching.
Yeah.
Did you feel any sort of negative sensation, or was it somebody positive, like looking over you and your sister?
It was quite a scary figure visually.
Yes, because you wasn't expecting to see it. No.
And obviously all in black. The associations with that colour and just being dark and like intimidating because it was very, very tall and this wide-brimmed hat.
Okay.
but no.
Did you ever see this phantom, this figure, ever again?
I didn't, and I kind of put it to the back of my mind.
Yes.
But when I was about 17 years old,
yes.
I was round at my friend's house, and I was in her bedroom.
Yes.
And as you do when you're teenagers, you start telling each other
stories, candlelight, that sort of thing. Yeah.
She started to tell me about an experience that her sister had told her that she'd had of being asleep and waking up and seeing a tall, dark
same phantom
in a tall hat and not being able to move.
Okay.
And at the time, that
it resonates because it's exactly the same experience. You're frozen and the same figure is there. So you've never got to the bottom of this?
No, but then a couple of years back, it was on my mind again, and I Googled.
Did you? Did you find anything?
Yeah, visions of a tall, dark figure, hat, black hat.
Yeah.
And
is it the one that people call Slender Man?
That kind of thing. Okay. There's actually a program online now about
that sort of thing.
A lot of people
have seen
that have had similar visions.
Yes. So an interesting encounter with something, someone that you don't actually know what it was.
No.
They've never come back in your adult life. No. You don't know whether there was sinister intent or whether it was a loving spirit, like a relative looking over you. But it is an experience that you can relate to other people's experiences.
Yes.
So that's interesting. Does that give you chills?
It does.
Yes.
And I get this kind of like
a tightening in the throat.
Tightening in my throat.
Do you?
When I think about it.
Okay. Well, Marie, thanks for sharing that. And anybody that's watching, if they've had a similar experiences, because this is an open-ended one here, if you've had a similar experience to this, let us know and we'll see if we can combine forces and get to the bottom of it.
That would be really good.
Brilliant. Thank you, Marie.
Thank you.
That's great. Good stuff.